Hello and welcome to week 14 of our at-home karate class. As I've mentioned in previous weeks, my hope is that you can use both these YouTube classes and our Zoom classes to maintain 2 classes a week for your training. I'm hopeful that within a week or 2 we will be able to have classes in the studio. And although those classes may be organized a little bit differently in order to make sure that everyone stays as safe and healthy as possible, it will be great to see all of you in person again. There may be some changes in the studio, and I'm sending out an email about these possible changes so that you and your parents can review them and get back to me with any questions or concerns. This week our focus is on practicing our highest Il-Su-Sik-Daryan one-step sparring, as well as practicing some sparring combinations, putting our sparring moves together. Although it is not a focus of this week, as always, I encourage you to continue to practice your highest form or to review an older form that you've learned previously. And if you have any questions about which form you should be practicing, please just let me know. Remember, you can reach me by calling, texting, emailing, or Facebook messaging me. Please check your emails and the Facebook site regularly for any updates about our schedule, as it may be changing, and hopefully with classes starting in the studio very soon. Kamsahamnida. Let's all bow in together. Face the flags. Chariot, attention position. Cookie, barre, salute the flag. Barao, munyang, meditation. Baro, chariot, kinrat, anyan hapshipnika. Let's warm up together, but remember, if at the end of warm-ups you feel that there's another warm-up that you'd like to do that we didn't do today, please make sure that you pause the video and do that warm-up on your own before continuing with the playlist. Shake out your hands, your fingers, and your wrists. Elbows forward and back. Remember, we keep our elbows close to our body so that we can hear our dobak rubbing. And this mimics the arm position we want when we do our middle tensions. Arms straight, circles back. Hana, do, set, net, das, yes, yoga, yodu, aho, yo, forward, hana, do, set, net, das, yes, yoga, yodu, aho, yo, crossing, hana, do, set, net, das, yes, yoga, yodu, aho, yo. Hands on the hips. Let's do waist rotations first. Pick a direction and make a circle. Switch directions. And barrel. Now we'll do our twisting exercise. Let's keep our arms in front of us and have them move with us as we go. Twisting this way first on the count. Hana, do, set, net, das it, yas it, oga, yodu, aho, yo, bara. Next, let's warm up our legs. Knees up, feet up. Now across our body, this is similar to a side kick. kicking back so that our foot reaches toward our back in order to stretch the front part of our leg. And if that doesn't stretch particularly well for you, remember you can always hold. It's a balance challenge, and it also helps you to stretch that part of your leg a little bit more. So you hold, you can try to pull the foot out a bit, you can try to pull it up towards your back more. Barra. Feet together and slide down, reaching toward your ankles, your feet, your toes, or the floor, whatever's comfortable while still giving you a bit of a stretch. Now let's heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Not too far. You're going to walk your hands back so you're nice and balanced. Reach for your left foot. Reach for your right foot. Reach down. And now reach through behind you. And you should feel this stretch in both legs. Good. Hands in front. We'll heel toe in just a little bit so that our arms and our knees are about equal. Might have to adjust your feet a little bit to get this just right. We're trying to make our bottom go toward the floor, and we're stretching out our legs. Bending back forward, heel toe all the way in. Come up halfway, and we'll bend our knees. Hanatu, sat, net, dasit, yasit, ilga, yoru, aho, yo. Knee rotations. And switch directions. Good. One more time. Slide down. Get a good stretch. Try to relax into it. And then come up slowly with your head last. And shake it all out. All right. Last week we practiced all of the il-su-sik-der-yan, or one-step sparring techniques that you know. This week we will focus on your highest il-su-sik-der-yan. So for our green belts, that is il-su-sik-der-yan Samban number 3. I will demonstrate il-su-sik-der-yan Samban 2 times, once slowly and once a little bit quicker. And then I will act as the attacker so that you can practice the technique for 10 repetitions. Remember that in class, you will have to be both the attacker and the defender when you're working with a partner. So don't forget that the attacker always goes back on their right foot, and their left hand comes down in a low block with a key up, like this. Attacker's back with a key up, hop, key up. And then once your partner key ups to tell you that they're ready, you step and high punch so that your partner can practice their block and counter attacks. Burrow. Let's review il-su-sik-der-yan Samban. As I demonstrate the moves for you, I'll be acting as the mirror. So you'll be moving your right foot, and I'll be moving the same side of my body to match you. Our first move is a step with our right foot and an outside to inside block with our right hand. Make sure when you step that you're stepping just a little forward of where you are now, so that as you twist into the block, you end up in a front stance, like this. And then. Your next move is a middle punch. Doop. Notice that I shifted my stance by pivoting my feet and using my hips to give my punch more power. I'll do the same with my next high punch. Hup. Now I'll adjust my front foot away from my partner to give me enough room to do a side kick with my right foot. We'll kick with the same foot that we stepped with at the beginning. Hup. Hi. demonstrate it a little bit faster. I would set my distance with my partner. My partner would go back to key up, and I would key up and begin. Hop. Key up. Burrow. Now I will be the attacker so that you can practice your Il-Susic-Daryan defense. Set your distance with me. I will go back to attack with the key up. Key up. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with the key up. Hop. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with a key up. Hi. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with a key up. Hop. You key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with a key up. Hop. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with a key up. Hop. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with the key up. Key up. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with the key up. Hop. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with the key up. Hop. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Set your distance with me, your partner. I will go back to attack with the key up. Key up. You will key up and begin. Sijak. Burrow. Once we have all finished our Il-Susic-Daryan practice, let's bow out of this section together. Chariot, Kinra, Suba. We will now work on some sparring combinations. Think about the Il-Susic-Daryan that you were just practicing as a building block for your sparring combinations. When we practice our Il-Susic-Daryan, we are practicing in a slower and more controlled way. where we know that our partner is the right distance because we've set our distance. We know that our partner is going to go back to attack and is going to step with a high punch. So it takes out a lot of the guesswork that we have to do when sparring with someone, when we don't know exactly what attack they're going to throw at us. And so we don't know exactly what defense might work. By practicing slower and more controlled methods, like with il sous-seek, we prepare our mind and our body to react when an attack comes our way. It may not be exactly the attack from an exercise like il sous-seek, but we will still be able to step out of the way, block, and counter, which is the reason we practice in the first place. So we've been practicing our il sous-seek, which is a response to a high punch. Let's practice some of our sparring combinations that are a response to a different attack. You may have some ideas based on some of the other sparring combinations that you've done in the past. For example, many of you will know an appropriate block and counter if a person is coming towards you with a front kick, like this. Your partner is back to attack, they kick towards you, and would typically land toward you, because in a sparring combination, we're generally trying to move our partner out of the space that they're in. First, I'll show you from the angle where you're looking at your partner, and then I'll show you from a side position where I'm facing my imaginary partner this way. So imagine if you were my partner. We would each put a foot back in a sparring position. That means we don't go all the way into a back stance, and we don't stand in a front stance. We kind of stay in the middle with our weight on the balls of our feet and our heels just a little bit up off the ground, so that we could move in any direction that we needed to quickly. From this angle, if you were to do a front kick toward me, I could slide back with a low block and then counter by sliding in, hey, with a reverse punch. Now I'll show you the same technique from the side view as if my partner was in front of me. As my partner comes toward me with a front kick, I slide back by lifting my back leg up first. That's my block. And now I'll counter with a reverse middle punch by picking up my front foot, hey, and sliding forward. So don't forget, when you have to get out of the way, whether it's a punch and we step to the side, or whether it's a kick and we step back, we do have to move out of the way of that attack. We can't just stand and block, because our block may not be enough to stop that attack. And then we could get hurt by not getting out of the way of that kick or that punch coming at us. Let's add to our first two moves. We have a low block sliding backwards. That's Hana. We have a reverse middle punch sliding forwards. Do. Now we're in a good position to do a roundhouse kick with our back leg. So we will continue to twist, hi, and land. As we land, back fist will be our fourth move, and another reverse punch with a key up will be our fifth move. Hey! Remember that anytime we're attacking toward our partner, we should be attacking toward a real target. So if my back fist, which should be going toward their upper lip and nose, is too high, that's not a good attack. Or if it's too low, it's not going to be effective. So I have to think about, where is my partner? If I'm imagining my partner, then it's always going to be at the level that it would be for myself in the mirror. So make sure your attacks are aimed at the right level for the technique that you're doing. All right, so we'll go through our 5 moves nice and slow. Make sure that you can do them all together, and then we'll do them a little bit more quickly. Our first move is to slide out of the way with a low block. Hana. Our next move is to slide forward with a middle punch. Do. Our third move is to continue that movement of our hip into into a roundhouse kick with our back leg. Set. As we land, net, a back fist, and das it, a middle punch with a key up. And Varro, get ready in the same position. Hana, slide back. Do, slide forward. Set, roundhouse, net, back fist, das it, kill. Middle punch with a key up. Back to your starting position. One more time by the count, nice and slow. Hana, slide back with a block. Do, slide forward with a middle punch. Set will be your roundhouse kick. As you land, net is a back fist, and das it, kill. A middle punch with a key up. All right, we're going to do this combination 5 times, and we'll try to get a little quicker with each repetition. Okay, so now we're going through all 5 moves. I'm not going to say each one, so if you're having trouble remembering the moves, you can try it following along with me, or you can rewind and practice with the slow moves again to make sure that you've got it. Look at your imaginary partner. Don't take your eyes off of them. Imagine they're coming forward with a front kick, and do all 5 of your moves. Sija. Kia. Haro. Prepare. Imagine your partner coming towards you with a kick. Sija. Back to your starting position. And remember, each time we'll try to get a little bit faster once you know the moves. Prepare. Sija. Say. Back to your starting position. Prepare. Sija. Hi. Back to your starting position. One more time. Sija. Say. And Varro. So from our sparring position, as a white belt, we first learn to get out of the way by moving straight back away from our partner, and then sliding forward for our counterattack. But our green belts and red belts may recall other ways to get out of the way of an attack that allow you to more easily counter. So when we slide back like that, we have to cover quite a lot of ground to slide forward and counter. And that may work, but we want to have other options. So green belts and red belts, think back to how else could you move out of the way of a kick? Well, it kind of depends on what kick it is, first of all. Is it a straight in front kick, or is it a roundhouse that's coming from the side? In this case, we're going to stick with a front kick, but we're going to imagine that our partner is kicking with their opposite leg. So they're in an open stance, meaning that instead of both of our right legs being back, one of us has switched, and so now we're like a mirror image, where one side, our hand and our leg, are close to each other, and on the other side, they're farther away. And this is called an open stance. So when someone is attacking you from an open stance, you have different options than if they're attacking you from a closed stance. So in this case, if my partner decides to do a front kick from an open stance, I don't have to move straight back. I can move at an angle toward my partner, and I'll move the way that my front leg is, because that'll be moving me away from their kick. Their kick is coming here, so I'm going to move away from it and block. Henna. Now I'm much closer to my partner, and I do not have to slide forward as far to do a counterattack. So I may adjust my feet so I'm in a more forward position as I punch. I'll do a high reverse punch toward my partner. Do. Let's stay on the attack. Our next move could be a side kick. Bring your back leg up, kick, as you land, back fist, and instead of our more common reverse punch, let's do a yakusudo. So from my back hand, hi, a yakusudo with the inside part of my hand, my thumb tucked in, so that this V or L-shaped part of my hand is what hits. All right, let's go through those 5 moves slowly, 3 times together, and then we'll do a few more repetitions trying to move a little bit faster. So, from a sparring position, hop. It doesn't matter which leg you have back unless you're trying to use me as a mirror, in which case you'd want to have this side back, but you don't have to. You could have either foot back. Imagine your partner's coming toward you with a front kick, and you can move to the side of your front leg. While you take that step at an angle, you'll block with your other hand. Hana. Our second move will be a reverse high punch, and you can slide your foot towards your partner a little. Doop. So you're in more of a front stance. Set is a side kick. Net is a back fist as you land. And dasit is a yakusudo. Hey! Borrow. Ready position, sparring stance. First move, slide and block. Hana. Second move, step and high punch. Do. Third move, side kick. Fourth move, back fist. Final move, yakusudo with a kia. Hey! Borrow. One more time, nice and slow. Sparring position. First move, slide and block. Hana. Second move, step and reverse punch. Do. Third move, side kick. Set. Fourth move, back fist as you land. And dasit, yakusudo with a kia. Hup. Kia. Borrow. Now we'll move through the moves a little bit faster. If you're having any trouble remembering the moves, please rewind the video and go through the step-by-step practice again. Otherwise, continue to try to increase your speed a little bit with each repetition. Sparring stance. Do all 5 moves. Sijai. Cut. Borrow. Sparring stance. Sijai. Hey. Borrow. Sparring stance. Sijai. Cut. Borrow. We'll speed up a little bit. Do the best you can to speed yourself up. Sparring stance. Sijai. Hey. Borrow. Sparring stance. Last time, as quick as you can. Sijai. Hey. Borrow. At this time, I would like you to pause and practice these moves on your own. Remember, by pausing and practicing, you can go as slow or as fast as you want to. You can also try practicing on your other foot. So switch sides and try the same 5 moves, starting with your opposite foot back. You can also try creating your own 5-step sparring combination by starting with our first 2 moves and then adding whatever 3 moves you'd like to make your own combination. As green belts and red belts, you've also practiced what you could do if someone is kicking with a roundhouse kick rather than a front kick. In that case, remember, their kick is higher, so you would still step to the side, but you would block high, and then you would counter with either a punch or a kick. And perhaps you can remember what would make a good counter. So play with the blocks and counters a little bit. Practice the combination that I did with you, but feel free to make up your own combination, something that feels like it would work well if you are in a sparring situation. That means that each move should flow fairly quickly, and you shouldn't have any long pauses where you have to stop and reset. Now that we have all practiced our 5-step sparring combination, let's bow out of this section together. Chariot, Kinrat, Subak. Let's bow out together. Face the flags. Chariot, Kuki, Barre. Baro, Munyang. Baro, Chariot, Kinrat, Konsahamnida.